August 29th, 2020. I'm Pastor Rusty. These are my inspirational thoughts for today. Missed yesterday. Sorry about that. Sometimes things just crowd in, but you know what? I'm going to do one on Saturday I don't normally do. So I was thinking this morning about, the state of the world and all the pain and the suffering and the frustration and, the hate too. I mean, just crazy. And you think, what do we do as Christians? I mean, how do we handle this? How do we handle the injustice, but then the injustice that results from injustice? And it's very convoluted. My life verse up until recently has always been Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways and all your paths, acknowledge him or seek his will, and he will make your path straight, or he's going to give you the way to walk. And so, that's the thing today, isn't it? Knowing what to do, knowing how to handle all this, knowing what we as Christians, how to put aside our own desires and wants and reactions and follow the path that he's laid out for us. Well, when it says, in all your ways acknowledge him, another way to say that is, in everything that you do, all of your journey, know him. Know him. Acknowledge, know him. So what's God's will for how we walk? I think it's going to take some time and some study and some investment and some prayer and maybe some fasting and to know what to do. Knowing what to do and then allowing God. So no matter what you're doing, just acknowledge him. He's in charge. He's got this. None of his promises have failed. None of the things that we can expect from him have gone away. Now, do we have to live in the tumult that's around us? Sure we do. And we construct our own tumult in our own lives by poor decisions or ungodly decisions that weren't based on knowing him and what he has for us to walk. So when we find ourselves in a situation that we didn't choose or that we didn't create, we still have to walk in it, right? And it's a scary thing, but what can we do as Christians? Well, trust in him with all of your heart. Trust him. He's still got this. Trust the Lord with all your heart and don't lean to your own understanding. So what you see with your eyes and what you think with your mind and in your heart, if it's not primarily directed from God's Spirit, because through the Spirit is truth, right? And so every situation that we run into, God has a truth that we need to grab a hold of and not let go of, and then walk in that. And then in all of our ways, acknowledge him. Lord, I'm trusting you. I'm walking after you. I know I visit this verse a lot because, man, it's the juice that gets you through. It's that okay. I just let go of things. And I'm going to trust God in this, and I need to know how to react in a particular situation in the moment. Shoot up one of those arrow prayers. Say, Lord, I'm in the middle of a situation I don't know what to do with. Let him speak into your spirit. Let him speak into your life. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct. He will make flat the path. He will speak into your path. The problem is, so many times we don't slow down and listen. We don't let him speak into the situation so that we may take the appropriate steps, and then we compound the problem. And I've seen that in my own life so many times where I compound the problem by simply reacting rather than stepping into it with thought, stepping into it with prayer, stepping into it with consideration about what God is doing in this moment in time. So he's alive, and he's still working, and he's still guiding, he's still directing. And he speaks into our life. You ever consider that the early church didn't have a Bible? Yet they still knew what God's will was. They connected, I believe, on a higher level than we do today. Because a lot of times we just read a snippet off a coffee mug or off a bumper sticker, or just reading through a watered down daily devotional, think, hey, that's good enough. At least I read my Bible today. That's not what it's about. It's about walking with God in truth and trust during the tribulation. I'm Pastor Rusty. I'm going to be preaching tomorrow. We're going to gather in service. I hope you can be there. Come on out to Calvary Baptist Church, and it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Just to be together with the saints of God again in God's presence, worshiping him. Have a blessed day. I'll talk to you later.